If you have broad shoulders that are wider than your hips or your waist, then you definitely want to watch this video. I am going to show you how to visually reduce the look of your broad shoulders and balance them with the rest of your body. Hey guys, my name is Jamie and welcome to my channel. This channel is very fashion and style focused, so if you love both of those things, then hit that subscribe button and I would love for you to follow along with me. So today I am on the last video of my body shape series. I have been in this series for the past several weeks and it has been so much fun, but so much work. So I am really glad to be on the last one. And this one is about the inverted triangle shape. And I purposely saved this one for last because I feel like it is a good primary shape, but is it also a very good secondary shape to a couple of the shapes that I already mentioned. It pairs really well with the rectangle shape if you have broad shoulders, and it can also pair well with the apple shape if you struggle with broad shoulders and you're that shape as well. So this is a good secondary. It's my secondary to my primary rectangle shape. So what defines the inverted triangle shape? So if you have broad shoulders and you have narrow hips, an undefined waist, and usually your bottom is also narrow. Not always, because my bottom is not narrow, but I do have narrow hips and I do have a narrow waist and I have a narrow bust line. You can also have a broad bust line as well that you would be considered an inverted triangle. So just think about the things that you struggle with when you get dressed. So if you go to get dressed and you put on a really puffy sleeved top and it just makes you look really wide, or every time you put something on your shoulders like that it looks really weird, then you're probably an inverted triangle. So I would definitely do those measurements. I'll link the videos on how to do your measurements if you want to go back to try to figure that out if you don't really know. But a lot of times it's the things that we struggle with that can help define our shape, and because a lot of these recommendations are to help you fix that and not feel that when you get dressed. And so I don't want to approach it from a negative point of view, but I do really think that if you get dressed and you struggle with looking boxy or you struggle with being too curvy, a lot of times that can help define what body shape you are. If you have not ever done your measurements, you can probably tell just by looking at your shape in the mirror and seeing the things that happen as you get dressed. And so with this one, you're really going to struggle with broad shoulders. And this has been a struggle of mine for a very long time. I've actually, as I've gotten older, my shoulders have gotten a little bit narrower. I was an athlete. I did cheerleading. I did gymnastics for a long time. And I think that just broadened my shoulders, and it's something I've struggled with, and I have learned to find things that help minimize that, and that's what I want to help you with today. And I think I can relate really well to any of you girls that have broad shoulders and have a really hard time getting dressed, because I get it. It stinks. And it's one of the hardest things to minimize, but there are things that you can wear and things that you can do that are really helpful. So the style focus of this inverted triangle is going to be to help minimize the broad shoulders. So when we do that, we want to add a little bit more fullness on the bottom and minimize the shoulders on top and try to define the waist. So all the body shapes that I've talked about are actually trying to get the balanced shape like an hourglass has. We will never look like an hourglass, but the goal of the recommendations is to do this. But I don't think all of us have to look like an hourglass. So as long as you find some balance within your body and make things look really cute on your shape, then I think you have actually accomplished a lot. So we'll never get to that hourglass, but the goal, we'll never get to perfection, but the goal is perfection. So that's kind of how you have to think about this. So I'm just going to give you some pointers, some style tips. I'm going to show you some outfits, give you some things that you can wear on top and bottom, and how you can pair things together to create balance in the inverted triangle shape. So let's start by talking about anything that you're going to wear on the top half of your body. So first I'm going to talk about tops. And so I'm going to put up this outfit, which is called Simple Wide Leg Style. And this outfit has a halter style tank top with a wide leg jean. And so when you are choosing your tops, you really want to choose ones that are going to balance whatever you wear on the bottom. But the things that you have to think about, since we're talking about broad shoulders here, is how do they fit my shoulders? Where do they hit? Do they fit right? Do they draw the eye in away from my shoulder line to make my shoulders look beautiful? So you want to think about those things as you're picking your tops. My favorite style top is a halter top because I think it makes the broad shoulders look beautiful, because I think they can be beautiful. I hated them for years and now I've just embraced them because I've learned how to put things on my body. And so when you are choosing your tops, I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, I love the puff sleeves, I love the ruffles, but I just can't wear them. This is totally not true. I think you have to worry about the placement of where that puff sleeve and ruffle land on your upper body. I am a huge fan, as you can tell with most of the things that I wear in my videos are pretty embellished. They either have ruffles or something on them because I'm really girly, and 99% of my closet has either a puff sleeve or a ruffle or something like that, or a cute print. So don't think that you can't do that. You just have to think about the placement. I think that's the most important thing. And I wore this as an example because this has a ruffle, but the ruffle is in away from the widest part of my shoulder, which actually helps minimize that shoulder. And I think it actually looks really cute. And then I have this cute neckline that comes up and kind of draws your eye in. As long as you're drawing your eye away from the widest part of your shoulder, I think you're doing the right thing. So just think about that as you're picking your tops. And you can also do that with your necklines. V-necks help draw the eye down. They open up the chest a little bit, and if you love V-necks, they work. Just make sure your necklines don't get too wide, because the wider the neckline, the wider you look here. You want to draw the eye down, not out. And so just remember that as you're picking your tops. Your sleeves, also, this sleeve, as you can see, the seam is not at the widest part of my shoulder. So if you can find tops that have seams that are a little bit more in, a lot of fitted tops are going to be like that. You can wear darker colors on top to help minimize as well if you're wearing a full sleeved top. And look for ones that don't have seams. So dolman sleeve, raglan sleeves, and drop sleeves do not have a seam at the shoulder. So they're going to drop down and look really pretty, and that's going to work great for you. You can wear, honestly, I think you can wear balloon sleeves. The dolman sleeves are wide because it helps bring a little bit more width to your waist and hip area, which also helps balance your shoulders. So just think about those things as you are choosing your tops, and then choose your bottoms to add fullness and to balance whatever you have chosen for the top. So the next outfit I want to put up is going to be related to blazers, jackets, and cardigans, and it's a jacket. It's called Rise and Shine and Leisure. And I really want to talk about your layering pieces, one, because they're my favorite, but two, they're great if you want to add fullness to the top of your body, but you have to be really careful with them if you don't want to add fullness, which is what we don't want to do if we are an inverted triangle. We don't want to add fullness to the shoulder area. So the most important thing is to make sure that the jackets fit your shoulders. I would stay away from shoulder pads and any puff sleeves that come past your shoulder line. If the puff sleeve starts early, which I do have some that have, and if you have just a little bit of a puff here and it sits right on top of your shoulder, I still think that is going to be just fine. So the thing with jackets is it's better if you wear them open, because they're going to create that vertical line down and create some fullness through your waist and your hips. If you want that and you want to look more balanced and wear a jacket, you can also wear ones buttoned up, as long as, because if you want to accentuate that waist, which a lot of people do want to do, then just make sure the jacket comes a little longer and A-lines out, so that adds some fullness that will help balance your shoulders. And so I would stay away from anything that has a very, very large collar or is double-breasted. I tried a double-breasted and shoulder pad and boyfriend blazer one time, and every time I put it on, I was like, I seriously look like a linebacker. I loved it because it was pink and it was striped and it was so cute, but it didn't work. So I got rid of it because I did not feel good when I put it on, but it was like when I'd see it on someone else, it was just so cute. If I could have found one that actually fit my shoulders, didn't have shoulder pads, and had a single breasted front, then I would have been just fine. So for cardigans, you really want to pay attention to the knit. You don't want to do super heavy knits that add bulk to the top half. You can do tie waist. The waterfall cardigans are going to be really pretty, that just drape down in front and are open and just create a pretty line on your body. And then I really didn't talk about the outfit that I put up, and I probably should, but this is a bomber jacket, and it's a light knit bomber jacket, which is really great. And I paired it with some joggers because the bomber jacket is great as long as it's not super puffy, because we don't want to add too much fullness to the top, and it comes down to the hip line. So make sure your jackets, they look best if they hit the hips or longer. If you liked the crop look, just make sure it doesn't look boxy, and you may want to wear it open, and just follow the other rules for fitting your shoulders and things like that, and you should be fine. But with this one, I loved it because it comes to the hip line. It's a relaxed fit, and then the joggers have the cargo pockets, which are going to add fullness to the bottom, although they do taper. We added a shoe that is a little bit chunkier. It's a sneaker that has a little bit of a chunkier sole to it. So this outfit balances really well, and it will look really good on the inverted triangle, because if you notice, the jacket also fits the shoulder line really well. There's no puff sleeve, no added stuff to it, so it's going to look really good. And I did do a monochromatic look, which I think is totally fine. It's on trend, but if you wanted to switch it up and put the jacket in black, you could also do that. And people tell you to wear darker colors on top to minimize the shoulder. If you want to do that, it's totally fine, and wear lighter colors or prints on the bottom to bring the focus down. So those are other tricks that you can do with your tops and bottoms that would really work. And so I don't want to get too far into bottoms because that is what we are going to talk about next. But I want you to feel comfortable when you're choosing your tops and your jackets, and just really pay attention to what they do to your shoulder line and how they work with the rest of what you have on. So I wanted to show you this outfit really quickly because I think parts of this outfit are wonderful and then parts of it are not. So first thing, the top. Let me talk about the good parts of it. So it cinches my waist. It comes out and has this peplum that is past my hip line. So this is really flattering, and that helps balance the shoulders. And the bottoms that I've put on are great because they're flare leg, which they come out, helps balance all of that, and a little bit chunkier wedge. And this is really cute. But then you come up here and you look at my shoulders and you go, that's just not the best. Because one, it's a very wide neckline, and then the sleeves add to my shoulders and are really puffy and just are not very flattering. So you can get almost all of your outfit right, and then this part totally wrong. So when you are putting things on, just think about that. Look at the things that look good and continue to do that, and just change this. So if I were to find a top like this, that the shoulders, if you see, it's not going to stay there, but I'm going to pull it in where it comes in more. I talked about pulling in your necklines, pulling in, the seams where the shoulders are, so your focus is more in. Your shoulders look less wide, and that's just the perfect thing to do. So if this top was made a little different and the sleeve was less puffy, I don't even know how to get it less puffy, it would be a lot cuter. So I would look for a top that had similar shape, that didn't have the massive wide neckline and the big sleeves. So just wanted to give you another example to help you as you go and look. These are some things that you can consider as you're looking at the things on your body. So I hope this is helpful, and it's a lot of fun for me to show you these things because I do struggle. The struggle is real for me, and I love this top. It's really cute, but I think I'm going to pass it on to my sister-in-law, who is actually a triangle or pear shape, so she needs fullness up here, and this will be perfect on her. So bottoms are going to be super easy for this shape because you can wear just about anything. The thing that's not easy is to know how to pair it with the top, which is why I spent so much time talking about tops. So you're choosing things now that are going to minimize those shoulders. So if you want to wear straight leg, wide leg, any of the baggier fits, boyfriend fits, things like that on the bottom, you can do that. You can also wear lighter colors, prints, any kind of ripping. And so the outfit I'm going to put up is called Cute, Bright, and Fun. And this outfit is a really cute dark top that's sleeveless. And as you can see, it's got ruffles at the top, but it does have the shoulder line that curves in, and then the neckline that comes up. So it's really going to draw your eye towards the center, and then your eye is going to be drawn down to the really cool jeans you have on. And so just remember things like that as you're getting dressed. And with this top, I would probably just front tuck it to create a little bit of definition in the waist. And then you have the cute little metallic shoe that I've paired with it that will also help draw your eye down. And so just as you're choosing bottoms, just make sure they pair really well with your tops. And so if you like to wear skinny jeans, for instance, then you can wear it with a little blousier top. I would choose one that actually minimizes the shoulders a lot more than normal, maybe a darker color. And then the skinny jeans can be whatever wash you like. And then I would pair a shoe that helps balance that top. So shoes can really help balance your outfits. I talk about that a lot, and they can make a difference in how you look from head to toe. So just think about those things if you really love skinny jeans. I know I do, and I choose to wear them a lot. And I am really okay with not looking 100% balanced because that's what I like. So but the great thing is the looser styles, the straight legs, the things like that are coming back, and this is something that this shape can wear really well. And with your pants, same thing. The trouser, longer, wider legs, anything that is high, mid, or low-waisted, it's totally up to you because your hips are narrow. If you want to add more curves, then do a higher rise and tuck something in. Just make sure you've got the shoulders minimized on the top half of your body if you're going to do that. And so I think those are great options for you. And that is about it. It's going to be super easy on bottoms. And I do have some more examples in my blog post of some other things that you can wear. If you want to check that out, I'll link that for you below. So let's go ahead and talk about dresses. And as I talk about dresses, I'm also going to talk about skirts. So I'm going to show you a skirt outfit as well, because I think they're going to be similar choices. And so the first outfit I want to put up is Maxis Are More Fun. And this is an example of the perfect dress for this shape. This dress has a halter style top, which I talked about in the beginning of the video, that is the most flattering on this shape. It also has a banded waist that cinches and creates a defined waist. And then it has that A-line skirt that comes out that's a little bit fuller. So not only does that skirt help balance the shoulder, but the halter style top also does that because it helps minimize it. And I think this is the perfect option for you. Any type of A-line skirt on the bottom, you can do accordion pleated, you can do the circle skirts that are bigger, tulle skirts if you want to that are popular. And I think you can do light colors and prints on the bottom half of the dresses. You can do full prints like this or full solids. And I just think you have a lot of different choices. So if you want to check out any other options that I give for this shape, please check out the blog post, because I don't have time to talk about everyone. So I'm just touching on the best ones for you. And this would be the best option. And then let's go ahead and look at Maximize Your Outfit, which is a great example of what kind of skirt you would choose. And I did choose a maxi skirt for this one, but the reason why I wanted to show you this outfit is because you can also play with colors for your shape. And so with the inverted triangle, since we're trying to minimize the shoulders, If you can't find the exact perfect style, then if you went with a darker color, then that's going to be better. And if you pair the darker color on top with the bottom that is lighter or print, then it's going to draw the eye down. So I did a black t-shirt that's a little bit more relaxed fit with this A-line maxi skirt that's tiered and a lighter green color. So your eye is going to automatically want to go to that skirt because one, it's really cute and it's a lighter color, and that's going to draw the eye to it. And so I also chose to put a denim jacket with this because I just think the denim jacket is cute with a skirt and a t-shirt like this and some sandals, and it's going to fit you good because it's going to fit the shoulder. It's not going to add any more bulk, and it comes to the hip line, so you're good to go. And I would just wear it open, or if you just wanted to drape it or even tie it around the waist, drape it around the shoulders or tie it around the waist, you could do that as well. So I think I just wanted to show you what a darker top and lighter bottom could accomplish for this shape, and it definitely will help bring balance. So the last thing we're going to talk about are jumpsuits, and the next outfit I'm going to put up is completely easy dressy style. And with jumpsuits, you're just going to follow the recommendations for tops and bottoms, and this top has an asymmetrical neckline which works well for you. If you did strapless, skinny strap, or even wide strap, as long as they're not too far out on the shoulder, that's going to work perfectly. And then it's got a tie waist, and then the little bit wider trouser leg is perfect. So this is a great example of something that you could dress up and go out in at night. If you wanted more casual versions, there are a lot of options out there. The utility jumpsuits, as long as they have some shape and aren't too full on the top, as long as they were full on the bottom as well, they would work. I might stay away from some of the skinnier styles that might not look as well, but you know what? Just try them on and see what they do. And that's really what you need to do, is figure out what works. And you know, we're all going to have different broadness in our shoulders if we're an inverted triangle. Some may be a little bit broad and some may be more broad. So just take that into consideration as you're trying things on. And I hope you enjoyed these recommendations. I have enjoyed this series and I can relate. So if you have any questions or comments or anything that you would like to talk to me about, please leave it in the comments, or you can contact me on my blog called Style by Jamie Lee, and I'll also link that below. And I have a contact form that you can fill out if you want to send me an email. I would love just to get your feedback or answer any questions you might have. So I hope you enjoyed the inverted triangle shape recommendations. And again, these are recommendations. I always say that. It's not hard and fast rules. So just try some of these things, see what works. But I think a lot of them really help to minimize that shoulder line and the broadness and make your shoulders look beautiful. So if you try some of those recommendations, I really hope they work for you. And if you want to check out our online style subscription, please do. I've got a whole guide in that system now with every single body shape and outfits that can help style that shape. You can also shop any of the items in those outfits. So I try to make it easy for you, and I want to give you examples so you can try some things and see what works. So I hope you'll check it out. If you want to, go to our website at www.yourguidetostyle.com, and I will also provide you a link in the description below. And thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.